Hey everybody, this is a free episode of episode 7, Till Death Do Us podcast, with me and my wife, Leah. We do it on Patreon just about every week, so it's available to download on your phones to save your data plan, all that stuff. But I wanted to put up a free episode, episode 7 here in its entirety, so you can get an idea of what it is on Patreon. Enjoy the episode. All the rest and the new one will be available on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show as always. Hey, what's up, everybody? Thanks for waiting 2,000 years for episode 7 of Till Death Do Us podcast. And we had your questions here from January 15th. I've still got them. I probably should have re-asked for more questions, but whatever, I've still got them. But before we get into the questions that you guys have, I am all fucked up in this position right now because we're in the basement. What do you think of my office? It's all messy.
Yeah, but that's normal for you.
Yeah, but this isn't how it's going to look in like a month. It's going to be nice.
It's not?
Well, there's just shit everywhere because I don't know what's going on yet. But I think it's good, but here's the problem. Everything is fucking backwards, and it's driving me nuts. I like to look left, so looking right at you right now is pissing me off to have to do that.
It's exactly the same as it was.
No, it's not.
Yes, it was, because on your left was a wall.
No, but what I'm saying is, so at the other place, my camera was there, facing at me here. Here, it's there, facing me that way. That screen was over there, and this screen was here. So everything is backwards. I fucked up. I can obviously fix it, but it's like, it's irritating the shit out of me. And I hate looking to the right. So ideally, I'd like you on my left. So I don't know if I should move a little right and then you can sit there next time, or put you over there, but then I can't see you through the monitors, or flip this around over there and be over here and then you're over there near the door. I'm just really fucked up right now. Like, this is irritating me. This is my bad side too.
Your bad side?
Yeah, it's like that camera shot is the wrong shot. And everything's irritating. Like I
It
want
would make more sense just to flip the stupid monitors.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that.
That takes 3 seconds.
And then I'll move a little bit to the right. And also, I wish I painted the walls white first. Because like right here,
you liked them green because it was like a green screen.
I like one side green so it can be a green screen. But this sucks because it looks ugly. And if I put lights on it, it won't turn cool colors. But if this was white and I put a strip of lights, it would reflect all sweet looking. So now I've got to paint this, and that pisses me off because I don't want to paint over that. So it means I have to take those down and then paint it, and that sucks. So like I'm
but those
like
aren't
irritated.
right anyway.
Why?
Well, the depth of those panels is not right, and then you've got like random ass purple ones, and then you got a blue one over there.
I like that they're different things.
Okay.
And but here's the difference, right? So with these nails, I mean screws, I screwed these, but over here nobody can see what we're talking about or pointing to, but whatever. Up here, this is that spray stuff. I went shh, and then they stick right on. Remember I read the scary caution thing. Like,
yeah.
Fires start or whatever. And
Why
I was
don't
like,
you just
fuck
put
this.
up more panels where the green is right there on that
Because
wall?
where am I going to put lights then?
In the corner after you hang them up. Just lay
Do you think
them.
it's going to look good though, or you think it's going to?
I have no idea.
I don't either. I want like a. I like when there's like a white background that you can turn like cool neon looking colors. You know, you don't have to have insulation everywhere.
You can paint it. Just tape their foam. Just like kind of tape them back.
I want white foam. I couldn't find it though. Why is there no fucking white foam? It's driving me nuts.
Honestly, I don't think white foam would look good there.
Yeah, but if you put lighting on it, it would look good. Like if you had white foam and then you lit it up purple or blue or whatever, it would look good then. I think. Maybe it's not good enough for you.
It's not what I would do.
What would you do?
First of all, I'd have all even panels and the colors would make some sort of sense because this drives me nuts.
What?
They're not. There's no symmetry.
Yeah.
I don't know. That just fucks with my brain. I don't like it.
Well, I mean,
and it's not even just colors and pattern. It's the depth of some of these foam things. Some of them are super shallow.
Well, I mean, I used everything. I had different ones. I had like...
That doesn't make any sense. You should have just bought multiple packs of the same ones.
I didn't know it was gonna work, so and then I'd already bought one, and like,
or at least
I didn't
if
know
you were
that
going to
these
do
were
that,
different.
it's like put one type on one wall, put another type on another wall. At least that would be some symmetry.
Yeah, but what I can still put stuff on top of these. You know, I always thought that would be fine. I just put stuff on top of them.
Whatever. I don't want to look at it anymore. It's driving me nuts.
Oh well, fuck you too.
Sorry.
I want to look at your face. How about that?
My face has symmetry.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does.
Look at a gargoyle. Fucking go. You wouldn't even be on camera because you're a gargoyle. Like, and you know it too, and that's why you wouldn't be on.
Because I'm in my jams.
Whatever. Nobody cares. People probably want to see that. It's probably some sick, weird, jammy masturbation site out there where people want women in jammies. And I don't even mean
That's
sexy.
not making me want to be on camera.
Yeah, but not even like, I'm not even talking about like sexy lingerie stuff. I'm talking about like wear my grandmother's old thing so I can wax my, anyway, whatever. So let's go to the questions, I think. Well, wait a minute. Before we do that, let me hit this. Let me hit this thing up over here. Where the fuck is it? I'm gonna lose it. Is Pluto a planet, Leah?
In my mind, it is.
I think so too. Wow, Sarah Silverman's tits. What the fuck? Why would you wear this? Why would you wear that? You can't believe the photo I'm looking at, Leah. Those can't be real. Man, Sarah Silverman's getting like a creepy face, but just these giant tit things. It's very strange. You know that there's a Harvard scientist that's saying that giant, like asteroid, or not asteroid, but like rock that's coming at us, that one that's like really long and weird, looking like a cylinder. One of the Harvard scientists says it's an alien probe directed to Earth.
Really?
You okay?
I guess my facial expression was more of an answer than saying something.
Jesus Christ, you're quiet tonight. I don't know what to tell you.
It's not that thing that passed by us already, right? That long asteroid that passed by us like months ago, right?
I think that's the one. No, it says...
Because I thought something like passed by us months ago that was like crazy long or something.
Yeah, I guess so, but I think that might have been it.
Or is this something new?
I thought it was it. I thought it was it too, but this is... I don't know, you have to look at the website. But I'm just saying, they think there's one dude who legit says that's an alien probe. It's really weird. Who thinks it's an alien probe. This is a real scientist.
Just one dude.
It's a real Harvard scientist.
It's just one dude, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you know what? Harvard also now segregates people, so I really don't trust too much about what Harvard does. But questions for Leah and Joe on the next podcast. This is episode 7, by the way, for the people that are counting out there. This is from Ed's View. Thoughts on the new Spider-Man trailer, and do you have any plans of creating a JCS mascot like Let's Beast Bear? like Let's Beast Bear, like Let's Beast Brah? Like JD, is that what you're saying? And since my thing has always been the bear, that I would do the bear. What
was the first part of the question?
Spider-Man trailer.
Oh, yeah.
It looked generic to me. It looked all right, cool.
It looked all right.
It's probably going to be all right. But
I mean, I'll see it because it's a Marvel movie.
You know what I'll say is it'll probably be better than I bet you it will be better than every other Spider-Man 2.
Marvel doesn't really make bad movies. You know?
I didn't really like the third Spider-Man in the original series from the early 2000s and the...
No, I mean, like, all right. Not the other Spider-Mans. I'm not talking about them.
Okay, no, I know.
I'm
These
talking
Marvel
about
movies.
This Marvel Cinematic Universe. Like, they're pretty much like...
Yeah.
Some of them aren't great, but even the not great ones, it was like, that was still pretty good, you know? Like, it's not like... I can't think of a movie I saw from Marvel that I was like, wow, that was piss poor. Like, ooh.
They're like an NXT takeover. It's
even
like,
the ones
it's going to be good, but...
Even the ones I expected not to be that great. Like, I really wasn't looking forward to Ant-Man.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Well, they've done well with everything. The only... I'm trying to think of what's the other one. Even the Captain Marvel looks really good. I want to go see that. I'm more excited about Captain Marvel than Spider-Man, though. I'm not a Spider-Man guy. I think
you know what's weird is I was never into Spider-Man until this Spider-Man. I enjoy this Spider-Man.
Because you're a pedo or something. Like
pedo?
The young, yeah, because the young Spider-Man.
Spider-Man is young.
Yeah, but that's why now. But now you're like older. You're like in your 30s. That's when women start getting horny for younger people.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
I had so many teachers that I did wanted to hook up with my 17-year-old self. You know, they were like 30.
I feel like a bunch of this was your imagination, and you were just like, you're young, and you're like, yeah, they want to do me.
No, I
and you
swear
just,
to God.
Still believe
no,
that,
it's
but
not.
It's because you were some dumb young kid.
Okay, one of them might have been. One of them might have been that, but one of them was not. Like, for sure. It was very strange. But, like, clearly she was, like... She even said something like... she was like, well... I said something like, you know, you should come out to one of our shows again or whatever. And then she said something basically to the effect of, like, you know what? I'd love to do that, and then we can have all kinds of fun. But because you'll be graduated soon, and I'll come out to anything. Then she kind of looked at me. I was like, oh shit! This teacher wants to do me.
She didn't come to any of your shows.
She did. She came to the first one while I was in high school, and then she sort of like hinted it, like she did like kind of like the like this is creepy, but like when you're almost out of high school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I got excited about it. I didn't even want to hook up with her. I just kind of thought it was cool. I was 17 though, you know? I was like about to be 18.
Yeah.
And all she did was kind of like basically throw out long hints. You know? So what I'm saying, you get a weird thing for Spider-Man. I don't know. It's weird.
I don't have a weird thing for Spider-Man.
Now you do, because it looks like he shoots cum and everything. Like...
From his hands?
Yeah, but you can imagine it's his dick.
Maybe you have a thing for Spider-Man.
No, I just told you I don't like Spider-Man. I barely even know. People used to say I look like Tobey Maguire, and it would piss me off. And that's how much I hate Spider-Man. They'd be like, dude, you look like... I'd always get Elijah Wood, Eminem, or Tobey Maguire. All the time. All three of those guys.
Pretty, hit or miss there, huh?
I'll take Eminem and Elijah Wood, kind of.
Elijah Wood creeps me out. His eyes are too bulgy. Like
yeah.
Steve Buscemi.
Are they bulgy? I didn't notice that. Steve Buscemi's eyes definitely are.
No, Steve Buscemi's eyes are crazy bulgy. But
you're just thinking about Big Daddy or whatever, where they is fucking...
What are you talking about? His eyes are like that in everything.
Yeah, no, they are. He always seems like he's like... That's the one thing about me is people always think I'm high. I feel like Steve Buscemi always gets that. Like, he always looks high.
He does.
It's like, dude, you're smoking weed? And he's like, no! His teeth are all fucking mangled,
You know he was a firefighter?
Jesus, I don't know how he's...
No, he was a firefighter, and then when 9/11 happened, he went back and worked to, like, dig people out and whatever out of the rubble and stuff. He went back to ground zero. He went there and helped.
It's so weird.
Because he was a firefighter.
He's so skinny and little. You know what I'm going to watch is I want to watch Airheads tonight. I'm going to fall asleep to Airheads.
Look, he's got those weird circly, like, super baggy eyes, like, all the way around. Like
I got
Steve
baggy eyes underneath.
Yeah, it's, like, super baggy all the way around. Makes your eyes look almost bulgy. That's what Steve Buscemi is. But Steve Buscemi is way older than him.
You're right. That's weird. You're right. Am I going to have that? That's weird.
You're not as pronounced as this.
Yeah, good.
But you have to think Steve Buscemi is way worse, probably because he's way older.
I also don't think I look like a rat. I looked like Elijah Wood when he was younger.
You don't look like Elijah Wood. You don't.
I got it all the time. All the time. When I was a kid. All the time. When I was a kid.
I don't think so.
I got Elijah Wood up until about when Eminem came out. Then I got Eminem. But then when the Spider-Man movies were out, I got Tobey Maguire.
Did you also get Harry Potter then? Because they
No.
I guess people like confuse them all the time.
You know, I don't look anything like Daniel Radcliffe. Nothing like him.
But I guess like that's a thing. Like people like.
Yeah, I get it. They both look like geeks. I get it. Both in dorky movies.
I like Harry Potter. And
I do too.
And I like Lord of the Rings.
I do.
You don't like Lord of the Rings. You've never even gotten through the first one.
No, I've been through I've fallen asleep to it 7 times.
That's not getting through the first one. I don't say I've gotten through 2001 Space Odyssey.
Okay, I've definitely
Because I've never gotten past... I've gotten to the
no.
monkey part, because the monkey part's funny and makes me laugh. And then they get to the part where on the ship, and it's like all quiet, and it's like kind of weird, and then that's when I start to fade, and I'm passed out, and I don't even remember the rest. Like, I don't know what happens after that. Well, that's how far I make it into that movie. But
so I made it through the movie probably 2 or 3 times, like seriously. But most of the time, at least by 70% through.
You've not made it through.
Yes, I have.
You've not made it through.
Yes, I have. I'm telling you,
Who dies in the Mines of Moria? It's the easy one.
I don't fucking know. I don't know.
It's the easy one. It's like the only person that dies in the first movie.
I don't remember.
You didn't see it all the way through.
I don't remember. Yeah, but when I saw it all the way through, it was 2002. Probably 2002.
Oh my god, it's like the most memorable death.
I don't know.
You could even guess it, probably.
It's that guy that dies and everything.
No, it wasn't Sean Bean.
I don't know. It was a good guess, though. It was.
Yeah, he dies later.
The underbreak says, fuck, why the fuck is this thing covering up his name?
The movie's so good. You're really missing out, honestly, by not watching them all.
Listen, you said this about Harry Potter, and then I went and watched Harry Potter, and I ended up liking it.
So maybe you should try this one.
I have, and I fell asleep 3 times.
You said you made it through 3 times.
Turn that down a little bit. Yeah, I've made it through 3 times before I met you. And I've tried twice with you.
You couldn't even tell me.
Twice with you.
You couldn't even tell me the biggest... I think it's the only death in that first movie.
Does Liv Tyler die?
What?
Does Liv Tyler die?
Technically...
In the first movie?
Oh, no.
Okay, then fuck it, I don't care. I don't want to close my eyes. Man, my voice is fucked up.
She's Elvin.
When is it okay to go ass to mouth, says the underbreak. Then Jordan below that said, you never go ass to mouth. Yeah.
Don't go ass to anything.
When you're dying of cancer and that's your last night on Earth, I guess. Why would you do that,
Don't go ass to anything.
I don't know. I'm weird right now. You clean yourself really good, you can rub that all over my mouth.
It's a butt. Don't do ass to anything.
Brad Mitchell says, what would happen if you ever found any of your children smoking marijuana or drinking underage? Drinking, I'd be really angry for some reason. Like under 18, I would be upset. I think I'd be upset under 18. But not that upset. Like, over 14, less upset.
I feel like if it was Brenna, I'd be like, that makes sense. Because I feel like Brenna's going to be the one that does stuff. Because she's like wicked, like, what's the word?
I don't know. I'd be like, you know, if you get hooked on this shit, like, you're gonna, you know, you could end up being a loser in a room. But you could you know, but if you, I don't know. It depends on the situation.
It's weird because it's like, at one time I know a lot of people. It's like on one side I know a lot of people that smoked in high school and it wasn't a big deal. Like you smoke every once in a while, it's not a big deal. It's sort of like a recreational type thing. But I also know people that's like smoke every single day and that's like all they did and it became like, it's like they have to like all the time.
Yeah.
And it's like, if it was some sort of whatever once in a while thing, I'm not going to get as mad about that. But if it's something where it's like every single day you're doing this, like give me a break. Like you got fucking better things to do.
Yeah, I guess that depends on like that. If I find, I'd be more mad about like addiction. That would be what I would get upset with. But I also think below 16 is very scary to me if they are on that before that. I think I smoked 6 times ever before I was 18.
Yeah, I really didn't.
And then I think I drank twice, but not really. Like, you know what I mean? Like other people were drinking and I was like, oh, cool, okay. And then I sipped a beer, but like didn't really care for it. And that was before 18. I was a pretty good kid with that stuff. Like,
I didn't really do much either.
But when I turned 19...
But that's because mostly I don't like not being in control of myself.
Yeah,
I guess is the feeling.
I was at a party and I wanted to have fun with everybody, and I was worried that what if I get fucked, hurt, or something crazy happens? Like, I don't even want to drink this. I'm having fun without this.
I like being coherent. Like, you know, like I like not. I don't know. I don't like feeling stupid.
I don't know. I don't mind it. I just don't. When I was a kid, it was different. Plus, I was really like in this like shit about like I don't know. I was like, I knew that I know you drink, it affects your brain and it affects your stuff. And so I started thinking about like, well, my brain's growing, and then to throw this in there fucks me up. Like, I know it sounds geeky and shit, but I was heavy into like the science of it. Like, this will hurt you as you're growing.
Dare worked on you.
No, not Dare. No, I didn't go to Dare. I never even had Dare.
What? It was mandatory.
I remember the Dare Cop. I didn't listen to a fucking thing they said.
You did elementary school here.
I didn't listen to anything they said, though, really.
It was mandatory. I know that. And it was mandatory again in, like, middle school.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it did. Maybe that's how I figured out. But I just knew from watching TV and things that, like, this does hurt your brain. And this does hurt your body.
Is Dare a countrywide thing? Or is that just...
I don't know anymore if it still is. It's the government being like, here, telling your parents and neighbors.
That's not what it was at all.
I know. Depends where... No, that depends on
I
where
don't remember ever being asked about other people. It was mostly like they just came in and they were like, look, if you do this...
Not in the black cities.
I didn't grow up in a black city, I guess.
Yeah. Well, no, I'm serious. They use it against people. But
that's
whatever.
actually not even true. There's a ton of black people in our city, so that's...
Yeah, but not in all black city. They're like, tell us if your dad is keeping the weed. It's all fucked up. I guarantee it. You talk to some of the listeners. They'll tell you. But in our little white area, they were like, oh,
well,
be careful.
You got to remember that I didn't grow up in the same little nook part of the city that you grew up in. You may as well have grown up in, like, another city.
I guess. Oh, well, whatever. I remember Dare, though, but I just don't remember what...
Like, there was different sections.
I just know. We know for a fact it hurts it can stunt your development, your brain, everything. All it does when you take it now, but it's like, who cares now?
Even a lack of sleep can do it to you, so you really gotta, like, not...
Yeah, my life's fucked up then. I'm gonna be dead at 60. Brad Mitchell says, what would happen if you ever found out any of your children smoke... I just read the same question again. I don't know what would happen. They'd be grounded, I guess, or in trouble, depending on what it was. Yeah. There'd be something. I'd probably sit them down and be like, I don't know. It's too long to go into. I don't even want to think about it. I hope it doesn't happen. How about that? Prayesh Muhamdar. Here it comes. All the way from India. Are you guys planning to make another baby, or 3 enough for a lifetime? 3 is enough for a lifetime, considering one of them is taking over my bedroom.
I want one more.
Well, you're going to have it with the neighbor. I think somebody asked that last time, too.
I told you he'll be out of that room soon.
No, because I'm not going through it all over again with him now. Another one's in the room. Now I'm kicked out again. Nope. Maybe if you were like, no, he's not in the room, come to bed, I'm sexy or something every night, I'd be like, yeah, this is great. But then I'd be like, no, because then if you have another baby, then you won't be able to do it for a while, and then you'll get all big and stuff. And
Fuck
no,
you.
I'm not fucking doing that again. Nope.
You're big.
Yeah, I don't want to be. I'll get bigger if we have another one.
That's your fault.
I'm not doing it. No.
How come when I have a baby, I'm like, I'm big, but then afterwards I'm small again? But you
I don't know what's
going to
happen either. I don't know what's going to happen with this house. We have to make payments. Like, I don't know how this job is going to go. I don't know how you guys, I don't know how Patreon's going to go. The donations are going to go. We have another kid? No.
Oh, that's making me feel great.
Yeah, no kid right now.
Thanks
no.
a lot.
I'm about to try to lose weight right now, and then I'm hoping that Leah loses weight and we get all young.
You carry the baby. That's right.
We get all young and skinny and we bang every night. Like, that's what I'm thinking about.
Because that's how aging works.
We have another kid. Now that all just goes sets back again another 3 to 5 years. No. Marvin, what? Have you two done the 69? Didn't someone? I swear to God that these are the same questions. Marvin, what? Has you two do? I think twice or 3 times. Leah thinks once. I think it's 2 or 3. Or I think like a lot of them were when we were drunk though, and I just like it just happened for a little while that way. I don't know. It always just feels like you're being suffocated. So you're just like, let's try something else. Cosmic Crow says, what's the dumbest thing you've ever seen a full-grown adult get angry over? Wow, that's...
Australians.
What? What the hell does that mean? I don't know. I don't get it.
Never mind then.
We have a lot of Australian listeners.
I know. Never mind.
John Wayne says, I can't think of it either. A full-grown, I don't know. All I can tell you is one night I was watching YouTube videos on road rage, and I can tell you I've seen about 700 of those things.
Oh my God, road rage is the dumbest thing.
Have you ever watched it? It's like addictive to watch the YouTube videos.
You get road rage.
Kind of, but like not that bad. Like these people get crazy.
You have crazy annoyances though. It's like we'll be like in like 3 seconds of traffic and you'll start like losing your mind.
I get anxiety with lines. I can't deal with lines.
That's what I just don't get it. Like I don't understand.
Like if I see a line, like you could tell me that they're giving away $100 and the line is right there, and if I saw the line was like around the block or something, I would turn around and go home. Like I'm dead serious. I hate lines.
It's so much worse than that. Like I've gone to the post office twice now for you because you couldn't stand to wait in like a 10-minute line. Yeah. You need to have like patience. You need to develop some patience.
I had patience at one time. It's gone.
Well, you need to get it back, and you need to develop patience because you're an adult, and you need to do adult things, and sometimes doing adult things requires patience.
I do so much. There's so much going on. We gotta go. Like we gotta move, and if it's not moving, it's like I'm out.
But it's never gonna get done otherwise.
I know. I've got problems. I have some kind of problem. I don't know what it is. John Wayne, would a third party ever be introduced in the two-party machine, and what would it take for that to happen in U.S. politics?
Never.
John Wayne, it would take me becoming a YouTube hyperstar.
Nope.
And megastar. And if I became a YouTube megastar...
It'll never happen.
With 50 million subscribers...
It could be the biggest YouTuber ever, and it would never happen. Because the two political parties will never allow it to happen. It's not even like a ballot, really. It's not pushed. There, you have
it could happen. It could,
but it won't.
How it would happen is you get somebody that the people all just love. Like I'm telling you, it ends up being 60% of the country's behind this person, or 40%. Even let's say 40%. 40% of the country's behind this independent person, and they're not allowed.
Before you go any further, they couldn't even get Bernie into the Democratic position.
Yes, he's a good example.
This country loved him.
Yep.
They prevented it. And what I'm saying is they will prevent any third party.
I know.
Just the same way.
But I'm explaining now how that could change. Number one, a guy, let's pretend it's not Bernie. Let's pretend it's me. I get up on stage and I call all this stuff out. I start saying I start being the Donald Trump of the independent party. I start calling all this stuff out. And I start saying it's unfair, and they're trying to take this from you people. They're controlling you, and they're not letting me vote. They're not letting me...
So you mean basically what Jesse Ventura has been doing, and still people don't listen to him?
But I'm saying if you have to have all the people behind you in a different way. I'm not saying Jesse would be great.
And people know who he is.
But I'm saying like you need to get a real, like a young person who like they get really behind, like it's epic. Like kind of like Bernie Sanders. He almost got there. But the problem is he doesn't have the fortitude. He just rolled over.
It has nothing to do with it.
No, you need...
Rolling over has nothing to do with it when they completely rig everything against you.
No, because if you speak out, most people don't even know that. Most people don't know that happened. So if you...
People can speak out, he's still not going to be on the ballot.
No, but if you... Yes, I'll tell you what. No, you need a revolution. I'm not even kidding. I would speak out. If Bernie Sanders had spoken out and said what happened to all the people and started flipping out about it...
Everybody knew. We all knew.
Because here's what happened. A woman, Hillary Clinton, was running. So, like, people kind of deferred to that. Like, it was okay. If there was no Hillary Clinton and then it shut down Bernie Sanders and it was only Bernie Sanders, but they shut him down for some reason, people would have rioted. They would have flipped the fuck out. But they couldn't because they were like, oh, but Hillary will be stronger, I guess. And they kind of weren't sure. They were divided in that way. So there was a buffer. Then when Bernie endorsed her, it was like, oh, well, of course, okay. Like, and so people, and then there was you were left with the 20 or 30% of Bernie supporters who were like, no, what the fuck? No, fuck. But if you'd gotten everybody behind Bernie and shown what Hillary was doing, and then Bernie came out and said, listen, I'd love to come out and tell you to vote for Hillary instead of Trump.
How are you going to make them know? Because it was all over the news, everything that happened.
I don't know. Bernie had to say it.
And that all came out before the election.
Bernie had to say it. Bernie had to be the one to say it. You people let her rig this and let her take this. Good luck when Donald Trump's the president. That's what I would have said if I was Bernie Sanders. Oh, and here's the other example. People didn't care enough about Bernie then. There's the answer. If they cared enough, they would have been riots. There should have been riots. That's what we'll get. You'll get riots. You'll get angry people storming the White House, storming the whole country until they let this person on the ballot. That's what it'll take. Until the person is on the ballot. And then it's like, wow, you're going to have to do that. The people listening, like, and then you're also going to have a megastar, like The Rock or somebody like that. But The Rock is a Hollywood scum person now anyway, even though I like The Rock and he seems like a great person. I don't think The Rock
is a Hollywood scum
I don't know. He's weird. It's like these Hollywood people are very strange. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he was into something weird that we don't know about.
He seems like pretty
He does. He seems like a great guy. I like The Rock. I'd vote for him at this point.
The thing about The Rock is doesn't come from, like, crazy rich upbringing. He comes from pretty humble beginnings. You know?
Yeah. Kind of. His dad was a wrestling legend.
A wrestling legend, yeah, but in his day, like, they weren't living like...
Played football scholarships.
Yeah, but he did that on his own. Didn't he?
Yeah, basically. Yeah, he did.
So, I mean, he
had the in with the WWE call-up, but he tried out. He tried out, though. He tried out. He had a big body and everything.
He made himself what he was, too, because when he first came out as, Rocky, whatever he was called then, he sucked.
Yeah, he was lame.
He was horrible.
Because that wasn't him. That's why it was just Vince being like, you're the blue chipper, you know? I like The Rock. I think he's an independent too. He might be Republican. I don't remember. He leans right. I know that. I would vote for The Rock probably if I knew what I don't know what his politics are, so I have no idea. But The Rock. But so let's say The Rock. Let's say The Rock wanted to run, and what if he ran independent? What if the Democrats are like, oh, cool? Because I think a lot of left wing people think The Rock is left wing, and they don't realize like he's not. So they'd be like, oh, he's running independent. What the hell? Because remember, Donald Trump was going to run independent. Then he chose Republican. But originally, he was going to run independent. And he changed all his beliefs
because
almost.
You can't win as an independent.
Right. And maybe that's what they
that's the point.
Well, okay, I think Donald Trump couldn't have won independent. But I think The Rock could win independent. Donald Trump was like, I'm such a weirdo for this that I have to be absolutely serious. And that's why he dropped his beliefs on sex, on homosexuality. Like, oh, you know, gay marriage is great, blah, blah, blah.
Trump ran with the party that keeps the money with the rich because he's rich and he wants to keep his money.
It seems
all his friends are in that party.
It seems like that now, but I wonder, like,
he was never going to run independent.
Why did Trump change from like?
He was never going to run independent.
But why? But he said originally
probably like a swerve to try and get some of like the left-leaning people to be on board before going right.
But he also used to say like, oh, you know, gay marriage is great, you know, should be allowed everywhere. And then all of a sudden...
Again, a swerve.
But this is the weirdest thing, right? Trump says gay marriage is fine and he agrees with it everywhere. Then he becomes a Republican and says, well, I'm not really sure about that. Hillary says, no, gay marriage is wrong. And now says, no, I love gay marriage. The two of them flip-flopped on both of their original opinions.
They will do that because they're politicians. And they're going to do what either
I hate these people.
A, keeps them in office, and B, makes them money.
It's like
there is not a single politician that cares about people except...
Well, I would.
Except Bernie.
They're like fucking football coaches. They're not even like humans. They're like football coaches. They're like, okay, if I change my position here, now I can end up here, and then we'll go there. But if I don't change my position here, then I'll be stuck here, and I won't get up there. It's fucking crazy. They're not human.
They're more like mobsters.
But it's like, I don't know. But, okay, maybe, right? But I'm saying there is a chance that somebody...
Politics is just one gigantic gang fighting another gigantic gang.
That's what Jesse said. He wrote a book called that. It's
really?
true, though. But no, here's why.
It is.
I got in a fight with someone the other day who said I was crazy.
Founding fathers said never had a two-party political system.
Here's why.
Here we are.
Here's why it's not crazy. If you look at all the companies that back the Republican president and look at all the companies that back the Democratic president, they're all the same companies that backed Obama on the left, and then they're the same people that backed Clinton. So the same companies backed Clinton, became president. He was basically held to whatever he was supposed to do for all these companies. Now Bush becomes president. On the right side, all those companies are lined up backing him. It's literally like the NFC and the AFC of football. All the same teams are on each side every time, even though you change the head coach. It's almost like different
companies have different views and align those views.
Yeah.
With the corresponding political party.
Yeah, it's all the corporations.
That is exactly what happens.
All the banks and corporations.
And that's a major problem with our political system as well, because these people just dump money into these political campaigns so that when their politician, whoever they want, you know, whatever candidate they want wins, that candidate then turns around now as president or a senator or whatever, and is able to push through whatever bills and laws and everything else that company was either in favor for, or they deny ones that they weren't. That is a huge problem that people don't realize.
But that's what people don't get.
A perfect example.
It doesn't matter who runs on the left and the right. The name of the president doesn't matter. All the same companies are behind the person. It's crazy.
No, it's different companies behind different people.
No, but what I'm saying is, like, all the same companies are behind the right-wing person.
You won't see Comcast behind a Democrat. You'll only see them behind a Republican, because what Comcast wants to do is own the internet.
But you also will see, but now what you're seeing is on the right side, it's weird if you look, on the right side you're seeing all the banks and the big kind of scummy corporations, and on the left side, now you're seeing a lot of independent, creepy companies and like Facebook and Twitter and all those people. So it's like the left criminals are the social criminals, and the right side is now like the business criminals. And both of them are like criminals.
Okay, well, the right side's stealing your money and your livelihood and hurting you. They're taking everything they can from you, every penny. What is the left taking from you?
Your freedom and your identity.
How? Because the right actually is taking money from people.
Mm-hmm.
With every Comcast bill you pay, with every mortgage payment you pay.
Well, no, see, they all do this.
They're stealing money.
They're all doing this. That's what you have to understand. Both sides are doing this. That's why we need a third party or a fourth party or different parties. Because
what is the left one besides being around being annoying? With their social justice shit.
You don't want to get into that. It's really bad on both sides.
But you can still sit here and make your podcast.
I will say that left-wing stuff typically would probably help me out more.
Yeah,
a little bit. In some ways. But I'm still... neither one is good. Like, you can't say, like, either one is not as bad. They're both really bad. And the left side is more sneaky about it. They're doing all kinds of stuff to you that you don't quite realize, whereas the right, it's very evident. They could just get away with it for some reason. Roger That says, you guys ready for Game of Thrones? Any ideas or theories on the ending of things that we may see? I'm trying not to think about it, to be honest. Like, I mean, a lot of times I like to, like, theorize, like, oh, this could happen, that could happen. I'm at the point where I just kind of want to relax and see what happens. I don't even want to think about it. That's where I'm at.
I have ideas, but I don't want to say them.
Yeah?
Because But
the book is like, they've strayed completely from the book, I feel like.
I don't think they have so much, though. Probably, I'm sure somewhat, because actually more characters are dead in the movies than are dead in the books.
Mm-hmm.
But I do know that they have talked to Martin about the ending.
Yeah.
And I think they do know the direction that it's supposed to go. Whether they go with that or not, I don't know. But based on clips, based on rumors, based on having read the books and seen all the shows, I have theories about certain people I think that are going to die with pretty good reason. And a couple of them, I have a feeling I know how they're going to die. My fear is that I don't want to say anything, because if I end up being right, I don't want to have said it, you know?
Yeah.
To people. If I do somehow end up being right.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm saying, too, is like...
Maybe I'll write it all. Maybe I'll write it all down, so after the series is over, we can, like, look back at it and see how right I was or wrong I was.
That'd be funny. We could do a whole show on that.
Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, you should do that. That's funny. What's next? We got motherfucker Broken Lion says, would you guys have a pet fox?
Oh my god, yes.
Leah, oh my God, Leah would, yeah. I'd actually take that too. I like foxes. Those things are cute as hell. Bite your fucking wrist off though. Broken Lion.
Not really. I mean, they're wild animals, but I don't
they
think
won't
they're
bite you.
vicious. They're more like
They're timid.
Yeah, they're more timid. They'd rather run away and hide.
Yeah.
I was telling Gavin this the other day because I was telling him about like a lot of the like wildlife now that he's probably going to see more than we lived in the city. And I was explaining stuff to him, you know, because I wanted him to be aware of like fisher cats and coyotes and foxes, different things that you don't typically see in the city.
Yeah.
And which ones are like really you want to run in the house if you see.
We talked about coyotes on the show the other day that they basically never really attacked anybody.
But I told him, I was like, if you ever see a fox and the fox ever comes near you, or it looks like it's not running away immediately to hide,
yeah,
you want to run away because typically that means that the fox is probably rabid because they don't go near people. They don't want to be near people.
Yeah, it's
like
weird.
Ever. So if you see a fox and it's not spooked by you, that's a really bad sign. It's not like a possum or a skunk or a raccoon where they see you or whatever, and they might just be like, whatever.
Possums don't care, yeah.
You know, like, no, a fox won't. Most of the time, you won't even see a fox. But I told him, too, like, coyotes are bad.
Remember I saw a raccoon in our old house driveway and it walked past me and it scared the shit out of me. I was like, I thought it was a dog at
Remember when
first.
I was sitting on the stoop? And the my theory was he was waiting to go in the garbage barrels. I was sitting on the front stoop, and the garbage barrels were over to the right. And there was that hedge there at the edge where the sidewalk is, and I'm just sitting there, and something catches my eye, and I look up, and he's just kind of like, he walked around the corner and just kind of stopped and paused and looked at me, and he backed up.
That's right, he backed up.
He backed up, and then, so I'm sitting there like, all right, he didn't come at me or anything. He probably just wandered back down the street. Couple minutes go by, he peeks his head out again and looks at me, and it's like, I'm still here. I swear to God, he was waiting to either cross by or to go in the garbage barrels that were right there, because they were going in the garbage barrels all the time. Like, are you going to go in so I can get my dinner?
Yeah, he was waiting for you to go inside.
It was so funny, though, the way he backed up. Like, he was fat as hell, too.
Oh, my God,
Big
that's
fat
funny.
raccoon.
I forgot about that.
I've seen possums, too. Possums on the fence. They're so scary.
Possums are weird.
Because they're not even, like, I'm not even scared it's going to hurt me. It's just its face looks like a fucking demon skull. Like, it's like
It's
you
like
know,
a rat and a bat, like, mixed face. Like, it's weird.
But it's the white and the mix of the white and the black on its face. It looks like a skull. When you open the black, like, the back door, and it's, like, pitch black out, you know, like, and all you see is, like, the white, like, the bit of white on their face.
Little
It's
ears.
like, oh my God, a fucking ghost.
Looks like a sock is alive.
It's a demon outside on the fence.
JP Giles says, have you ever had food poisoning?
I can't confirm I ever have.
I'm pretty sure I have, and it's only recently. It was three years ago now, I think. I said this on a show someday, but I'm looking through the goddamn, like, food, like, what to get for food. We're so sick of ordering the same thing. And I ordered this fucking food from this place up the street from us, and I never ordered from there because the last time I ordered from there...
I feel like I've heard this story 15 times.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I'm telling it to him. They suck, and they're assholes. So I call, like, 3 years later...
I stopped eating from this place, by the way, like, a year before that.
I know.
Their food
me
was
too.
Greasy,
No, we didn't eat.
filth.
We never ate from there, but I was like, let me try it again. I looked at the Google reviews. They had bad reviews.
I'm going to eat it anyway.
I was like, whatever. Give me the chicken broccoli Alfredo. So I get it, right? And I'm eating this fucking chicken broccoli Alfredo.
What the fuck?
What?
I had like 30% on this. What is... Something just drained the shit out of my phone.
What's it at now?
15.
Jesus Christ.
Do you have a charger down here?
I think so. No, I unplugged it the other day. It's over there, though. I can plug it in.
Oh, it's there?
Yeah.
Oh, while you tell your
Go plug it in
chicken
behind
story,
you.
I'll...
Yeah, so I started eating the chicken, right? And I'm eating the whole thing. And then I ate a couple pieces of chicken, and I looked at it, and I was like, man, that chicken looks fucking weird. That chicken looks weird. And I ate some more of it. And then I started thinking, like, this is not cooked right, or something's wrong about this chicken. So I thought to myself, I'll just stop eating the chicken now. And I started eating the rest of the food and ignored the chicken. Didn't think anything else of it. And then like a few hours or even sooner later, I think a couple hours later, I puked so much. I think, if Leah remembers, I believe I puked for 24 hours. I was throwing up like every hour, and I felt horrific. And I was throwing up so much. I lost fucking weight. It was horrific. In fact, I think I remember I got sick later. I had started to get sick later, and what happened was, I think I was about to eat sushi. And it wasn't the sushi because I had, I don't remember exactly how it went, but don't you remember this, Leah, that the sushi was ruined for me for weeks?
Yeah.
What was it? Because it could have been sushi that poisoned me, but it wasn't. It was the chicken for
I didn't
sure.
get sick.
It was certainly the chicken. So fucking, I hate that place. And so I believe that was the... And I'm sure we've had like food poisoning before where it's like, you know, you don't feel good, you get an upset stomach or whatever, and something wasn't right.
I can't say that I've ever had it because I don't know if it was that or the flu.
Yeah, this was not the flu. This was definitely that.
I haven't
chicken.
been real bad sick. I haven't been like puke, throwing up, like, you know, fever, like everything, like in a long time.
Shit, look at that bruise now.
Yeah.
You see that?
Shouldn't have done that.
Look at my whole leg is fucked up and bruised.
Shouldn't have done that.
Holy shit. Anybody remember on Corrupted a couple nights ago when I flipped out and I kicked something with my leg? I fucking jacked up my bone in my foot. Really bad. Oh, it's all weird feeling too. And my whole foot is purple.
You didn't mess up the bone because you've been walking around on it just fine.
No, I didn't. I bruised it. That's all. I mean, I'm walking on it. I just bruised it. But yeah, so that's the answer, is at least one time ever. At least one time. And it was no fun. I didn't die, though. That's good. It was chicken. It could have been fucking salmonella. Who knows? I didn't die. Imagine if I died because of that.
I would have sued them.
That'd been cool for you.
Yeah.
They probably don't have a lot of money, though.
They have to have like some sort of business insurance or something, right?
That's true. That's probably right. If you got $1 million or if you got $2 million, it might have been worth it.
I could live on that.
Yeah,
Frugal.
Less than $2 million, then no, because my kids need me. Have your kids had trouble sleeping, night terrors? Any advice? 718 Project.
Well, the baby that you were like shitting on earlier, he's sleeping in the bed.
What do you mean shitting on?
Like, oh, the baby's in our bed.
Oh yeah, because I mean, get on my bed. I want to have sex with
See,
Leah.
my theory was that because we were in the same room before, he was always used to me, at least me, being in the room. That's how it's been his whole life.
Yeah, he always slept in the room with us. Now he has his own room. It's weird.
But it didn't seem right to me to move him to a new place and shove him in a room where there's no mom. Get him used to the house first, and then we'll move him to his room.
I guess so. Whatever.
Would traumatize the kid.
But if you were like in your panties every night and you're like, "What's up? Come to bed."
All you care about, you're so selfish. All you care about is yourself and your gratification.
Yes.
And, like, I care about the baby and his like well-being.
He'll be all right. I didn't sleep in a bed. I slept in my bed when I was a kid.
But you started out that way.
Yeah.
You weren't transferred to a new house and to a new room with in like everything by yourself at the age of 2.
Yeah. Well, we could have gotten a 3-room better house. Why didn't we get a 3-room better house then?
Because, oh my God, you're so dumb. He'll be in that room eventually. It's just one step at a time.
All right. Well, what I'm saying is while we're waiting all these steps of times, then you're telling me you have another kid. It's like...
I'm not saying I want to pop one out tomorrow.
All right. Well, you better... I don't know. Bring it on. Night terrors, though. No night terrors. Fortunately, not unfortunately. I had a sleeping problem for a little while when I was in high school, but that was about it. I would wake up shaking, unable to breathe, feeling, and I had to throw water in my face. It lasted me like 3 months. It was very strange.
The worst I ever had was like those dreams where it's like you fall off a cliff or you're being chased by like a rock or something and it like catches up to you and you wake up like, oh.
A rock?
Yeah, that was a recurring one I had, like a big boulder.
I had dreams that
I was running. It was the street I lived on growing up. And I'd be like, oh, wait, you know what the most traumatizing thing is? You ever wake up and, like, you really think, like, your mom's dead?
Man, we should really have this on video. It'd be so much better.
But do you ever had that?
Yeah.
Like, I woke up, like, and for, like, you know, for 3 or 4 seconds, you think, like, your mom is, like, really dead.
I had worse.
Until it, like...
I had it worse. When I woke up thinking my dad was alive.
Oh, yeah, that's probably...
It's literally the opposite.
Yeah.
I woke up so many times thinking... Like, I had a dream about me and my dad or something, or I was doing something with him, and then I went to sleep, and then I woke up and was like, oh. It's really sad, isn't it? Kissy Logan says, thoughts, but I don't know, night terrors, I had those for a little while, but yeah, I had a lot of, I'm not even joking, Leah just triggered me. I've had a lot of dreams.
Are you going to start doing that weird cry you do?
No.
Oh, okay, good. This makes me feel really awkward.
Very bizarre. Kissy Logan says, because I'm telling you, there's a difference between like talking about your dead father and like my like dead father and like being a kid and my dad. There's a difference between that and a post-traumatic situation.
I don't want to trigger whatever that thing is that makes you do the weird cry, because that really makes me cry. I know it's super selfish, but it really, I don't know what to do. Like, it just makes me feel weird.
Well, other girls would like hug the guy.
I know, but I don't have emotions because I'm like a robot or something. Remember we've been through this, and I'm like, why don't I like feel things?
I don't know. You're terrible though. Like what?
I know. I'm sorry. I don't know what to do.
Really? Like
yeah?
you really
no, I don't.
Why?
I don't know.
You don't think like to hug somebody, like, or like you do it with the kids?
But they're babies. Like, it's like...
Yeah, but you do it with the kids, so it's not like you definitely have that in you.
I don't know. It's not... I don't know. I guess with babies, it's more... It comes naturally. It's just natural.
I get that it's shocking when a guy cries. Like, it's weird. But, like, you still have to have that thing. Like, because if I cried in front of any other girlfriend I ever had, they would have probably hugged me and, like, said something to me or whatever.
We've been through this. I already admit that there is something wrong with me. I know that.
That's weird.
I just don't know what to do.
Maybe you're wrong for me.
Maybe. I think you're the girl.
No, I'm not. I'm no. But I mean, kind of, because like you have no emotion. I don't, because like you said, I mean, I'm not a girl, but
I don't think that's fair. Not everybody's good in those situations. You can't just compare me to every girl. Like, ever.
I don't know, I'm trying to think of every girl I ever, like, when I,
yeah, weren't they all dumb sluts?
No.
Really?
Not really, no. Some of them were. Not sluts, though, but, like, kind of like, well, like, my ex was. Lisa was dumb. I don't think she was a slut, but she was dumb.
Okay, you could say dumb or a slut.
Dumb. She was dumb. She would have definitely taken care of me, but she's like insane. Like I couldn't get her. Like I was annoyed by her. I remember one time when I cut this open, this finger that I punched a wall and glass went and cut my hand open. The girl at the party who was like starting to like flirt with me.
I can take care of physical wounds. Like
no, I know that. I'm just saying like. Then they fought over like who was gonna help me. It was funny.
That's dumb.
It was not dumb. They were like competing.
But that's dumb. It shouldn't be about competing. If you're gonna help somebody, just help them. If they don't need any more help, then your job's done. Good for you.
Yeah, it was weird. Well, she was like, "Oh, I can help you. I'll take care of this for you." And then like my girlfriend at the time was like, "I can take care of him." Like, and then she like kind of like shoved her away. And then she took care of me. And then she was like, "Are you okay? And I'm sorry." And like all this stuff. I don't like that though that much. You know what I mean? Like I don't really like that much. I think that's why.
So that wouldn't be me. I'd be like, "You fucking idiot for punching glass."
Yeah.
Kind of deserve it.
I don't like that either. I don't really like someone who's like.
Well, I don't like physical violence.
Well, the guy punched me.
And I also don't like...
But the guy punched me in the dick twice. That was the second time he punched me in the balls. So that was it. The first time he did it, I went like, "Oh, okay, whatever." But the second time he did it, like,
You punched glass?
well, okay, so this is just.
I don't even want to hear the story.
I'm just saying that this is how opposed to violence I am. He punched me in the balls the first time. I let it go and ignored it. Figured maybe he like hit me too hard by accident, whatever. The second time, he did it again, and I fucking.
Why wouldn't you just leave and go home? Like, fuck this dude, fuck this party, I'm going home.
Well, I'd been drinking, and I just didn't realize what was going on. Like, I was like, so I went to punch him, and then I changed my mind. As I went to punch him, I changed my mind because I knew him. He wasn't a close friend, but he was kind of an acquaintance, and I knew him, and he'd never been bad to me before up until now. And so I went to punch him in the face, and in the middle, I changed my mind, and I sort of threw away from him. It was like I was too drunk to realize just stop punching, that I wanted to finish my punch but missed him, but I missed him on purpose, and I punched a glass that I didn't see it because it was dark. And the glass broke in the shelf and went into my hand. That's like the most defensive like, I don't want to fight anybody type of thing.
I'm just going to break this lady's china cabinet.
No, it was a cabin in the woods. And it was a glass that was on a shelf that I broke. So what happened was like...
I just don't like when people like... And you do this all the time.
But I was...
And it really drives me up a wall.
I was punching the balls twice.
Yeah, all right, but I don't like I get hit, like, the kids beat the shit out of me, like, all the time, like, horsing around and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like, I don't get mad.
Yeah, but
and, like,
when...
break stuff, or, like, when you get aggravated with people, you get aggravated with situations and things, you smash things and break things. Like, I hate that.
Well, most of the time on the show, it's like a joke.
But it's not, it doesn't seem like a joke.
Good. That's good. That means it's good. Looks good.
Well, I don't like it. And I've seen you do it not on the show, too.
Yeah, but I agree. I got problems with that. But what I'm saying is, this was different. The guy was punching me in the balls on purpose.
So just leave. Either fight the guy, if that's what you really wanted to do.
That's what I wanted to do.
Then do that or leave.
But you just said you didn't like that.
I don't like it.
Okay, so I stopped myself from doing
I do think it's
that.
kind of fucked up that you broke some lady's shit, though. Like,
it wasn't a lady. It was his stuff.
Oh, I thought it was the girl's stuff. You told me the story before, and you said it was hers.
No, I never said that. This is his cabin.
I swear to God, you told me it was her stuff or something.
No, it was his cabin, and it was a shelf, and I punched a glass on the shelf.
I would have just left. Why would you hang out with somebody that's
We did leave after that.
But, I mean, I'm just saying, like, why? Like, you got hit in the balls twice. Like
okay,
why am I going to stay and hang out when I got hit in the balls twice?
Let me explain why. Because what happened was, my ex-girlfriend was... This is right before we broke up.
Oh my God, I just still don't care anymore.
So well, you wanted to know, now I'm telling you.
I don't want to know anymore.
I'll make it real quick. The bottom line is she was flirting with other dudes at the party randomly, and I noticed it. And...
Again, leave.
So I didn't quite... So I got pissed at that, so I ignored her for the rest of the night. And these other girls started talking to me. Well, then what happened was, and I didn't know this, she was... Then the other guy that she was talking to left or something, and then he started talking to her, and then she told him that she was mad at me because I was flirting with other girls or something. And
it sounds like a real healthy relationship that you were in.
Right, but this was the end of it, pretty much. But also, this had never happened before. So I just want to make that clear. This had never happened before. We'd never gone off. She started this, and that pissed me off. So I was like, all right. And so I'm going to just get away from her now. And in my head, I was starting to realize that something was wrong.
Sometimes I wonder if that's even the truth with you, though. Because I feel like you're wicked insecure.
No, I'm dead serious. It was true.
No, but I feel like you are wicked insecure, though, because I've heard lots of stories about you and, like, ex-girlfriends being friends or, like, talking to guys, and you automatically see that. And this has been on the show before, too, where it's like you basically admitted that you don't think that girls can be friends with guys.
So the only person...
So it's like, I wonder if you think what you think was flirting...
No. This
was talking.
No, this was flirting. It was weird. And now that we know what my ex-girlfriend does, now I know it was flirting. Now I know 100% it was flirting. Plus, she ended up flirting with the camera guy who worked at her place. And as soon as she broke up with me, she was doing all this stuff with him, and then another guy, and of course we broke up. And now ever since I broke up with her, she's been with like 19 different guys doing the same thing to all of them. Like, she's insane. She lasted with me for about 3 years. I believe 3 years she didn't cheat on me, anything like that. But after, she just like can't help it. So I was right. And I knew it. And that's why I got mad, because I'm pretty smart. I know what's going on. And I couldn't believe it, because I was like, holy shit. She's, oh my God, she's fucking doesn't really like me. Or like, this is going away. And I got pissed off. So I like left her alone for the rest of the night. So what happened was, this guy heard from her that I was flirting with other girls when I really wasn't. But they were kind of flirting with me, but I was just like, okay, but I wasn't going to cheat on her. It was just that, okay, now they're flirting with me. Cool, that's what you get. So he punched me in the balls the first time on purpose.
I get it.
He's playing the white knight.
All right, I get it.
He white knighted.
Still would have gone home.
So, but the first time I thought it was a joke. I was like, dude, you got me in the balls. And he was like, oh, yeah, and we're just drunk or whatever. But the second time he did it, after he hit me in the balls, he said something like, maybe you should pay attention to your girl. That's what he said to me. And I went, what the fuck? The fuck are you saying to me? So that's when I went to punch him. And then I stopped, because I still thought, maybe I'm wrong. And I punched the glass. So when you were saying you should have left, I never knew it was that bad until that point. And then we did leave right there. I was bleeding everywhere too. So there you go. There's the story. So you get it now. It's not like I knew bad stuff was going on the whole night. It developed very quickly all of a sudden and spiraled very fast. And then I got stitches like 4 days later. JP Giles, thank you. And 718 Project. Kissy Logan says, thoughts on the just announced Ghostbusters movie directed by Ivan Reitman's original son or whatever. Kissy Logan, I gave my thoughts on this, but you asked this question before. I gave my thoughts on this on the Corrupted YouTube channel, but I think it looks great. I mean, I like the idea of it. I don't know if it's going to be good. I don't know, but I don't care, because it's definitely going to be... Here's what I'll say. I'm at least going to go to the theater and see it, and I'm excited. I'll tell you that. I'm going to go to the theater and see it. I'm excited. Ghostbusters 2016, at first, I was excited. Then I found out it was the all-female cast, and I went, well, that's kind of weird, but okay, I guess. That's weird. And then as the SJW start poured out and then the movie attacked its fans, I went, this is fucked up. This is horrible. And then I saw the trailers, and I thought, this is really bad. And then I didn't see the movie. So this time I'm excited, and I hope it's good. Doesn't mean it's going to be good, but I hope it's good. Leah, do you care?
I'm really happy that that stupid lady is really butthurt about it.
Yeah. Well, you know what's funny
because she's like a wicked hypocrite, because she's got all butthurt when people like attacked her, and now she's attacking people.
She's also...
Because she's all butthurt. She's like, oh, like, we just don't matter. Like, you just erase us. And it's like, yeah, you don't matter, because your movie was garbage piss pile of shit.
Well, you got Milo Yiannopoulos erased from Twitter, so she sucks.
That's my favorite part about the Ghostbusters movie so far, is that she's really butthurt.
Leslie Jones.
Keep making the butthurt. She
looks like the black guy, Ernie Hudson, from the movie.
Yeah, I heard you say that.
Yeah. She's got the same look.
It's like, you know what? It's like, I don't even like... I feel like those women could have done a Ghostbusters movie.
Mm-hmm.
It's the way they went about stuff.
Yeah, I agree. They really could have done one if it wasn't so
It's how they
weird.
acted and the way they went about certain things in the movie, that it was like, this isn't what Ghostbusters was, and this isn't how Ghostbusters behave. Like, if they had left those certain things out that they did, the certain jabs they took, and then also the public social media jabs that they took at people too.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that movie could have worked and been fine, but they had to go that extra mile to be bitches.
They didn't make an honest movie. They made a movie on purpose to send a message, and they used the Ghostbusters name.
And so it's like, when you're gonna do something like that, you're gonna get heat for it.
Or remember, for years, Dan Aykroyd wanted to do Ghostbusters, and they said no, no, no. They said no, 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 no. We'll never make a Ghostbusters without Bill Murray. And Bill Murray said no. And all of a sudden, now they're doing a Ghostbusters movie. And the reason why is because Sony Pictures was
Bill Murray part of it?
Well, I'm talking about the 2016 one.
Oh.
So
I'm talking about the new one. Is he part of that?
I believe so, yeah. But the 2016 one, they did it because they were out of money. Spider-Man failed, and so didn't their other stuff. Everything was failing for Sony Pictures. And they were like, what do we have? And they were like, we've got this thing Ghostbusters. We could bring Ghostbusters. And they threw their whole agenda thing on there. So they used it just to try to get themselves out of the hole they were in. And funny enough, they like dug themselves a bigger hole. But the thing is, if they
really wanted to get out of the hole, they shouldn't have thrown in the jabs.
They thought see, Hollywood's, it's not about money.
And they shouldn't have hired the fag guy, whatever his name was, to do it.
Paul Fag.
Yeah, whatever.
We would get in so much shit if people heard this.
I don't care. That guy's an asshole.
Your brother's gay, so it's all good.
My brother would agree that guy's an asshole.
And a fag. He probably would agree with that.
My brother's not an idiot.
Would your brother call him a fag?
Probably. My brother doesn't care.
I know your brother doesn't, but because it's just a stupid word.
It is.
Unless you're saying it to. If you're saying it to a gay guy, like, you know, you fags need to get out of here. That's fucked up.
Yeah. It's the same with the N-word, I feel like.
Yeah, kind of. Although I'm still not saying it.
Nope,
because
I won't say it either.
I've never heard you say anything like that.
I did one time on accident because I got my words screwed up, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Because I was wicked drunk, and I was trying to read remember because Tommy was subscribed to all those channels?
Wait, you did it on the show?
Yep.
What? Where?
So it was when Tommy was subscribed to all of those. I was crazy.
Oh,
I was wicked drunk.
Oh, you read the word.
I read them backwards because it was N-word faggot that he was subscribed to on YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
I censored the wrong word.
That's right.
When I said it, thinking in my head, I'm going to censor this word, and I didn't. I censored the other word.
So funny.
And I realized it after. I don't know. Everybody laughed. It was funny.
It was funny. Even all the black people laughed.
Yeah, no, because it was an accident. Like I was trying to like censor myself, and I was wicked drunk, and I overthought it in my brain way too much.
You know what though? There's always one. The fucked up thing about that word though is like, if you say it like you're describing something and you say it, you can get in trouble with a few people. If you say it like as a joke using the word, you can get in trouble with about half the people. And
it also depends on the person, though.
No,
it depends on your company. You have to know your company.
I know, but now it can be taken out of context for a different company, and it's not for you.
But I know, but there are certain people that I know you can be around that you can use certain words.
Yeah. That
would maybe be considered generally offensive, but they won't care because they're laid back, normal people that realize that words are just words, and when you're not using them as a derogatory, you're not trying to be derogatory and mean towards somebody. That it's just a word. It is.
It really is just a word. But it's a.
But then there's also other people out there that would be sitting here yelling at us saying you're just dumb white people and you're not allowed to make that assumption.
I just don't say it because of all the stupid once in a while we say something as a joke or we say it or whatever. But I mean, we pretty much don't say it now because of all the dumb people that do say it.
I see it the same way too as like, and I've always seen this way, even in like high school and stuff. When you know, like how like for some reason girls get really offended by the word cunt.
Yeah.
I've never understood that. Like growing up, like you know, like there was girls growing up. And that's all you had to say. That was the trigger word. You say that, they go off.
Yeah.
And I never understood that because if anybody said that around me or said it to me, it's just like, I don't care. I'm not hurt.
Yeah, it's a word.
It's a word. So it's like,
yeah.
I don't know. I've always...
That's because you're not emotional. That's like you were saying earlier. I mean, no, really, it's the same thing.
But it's like...
I married a Vulcan.
That's not true, though, because, I mean, like, I can be hurt by words when I know that they're, like, vicious and meaningful towards me.
You know when you cry, I hug you and kiss you and stuff?
To be fair, you've only cried twice around me, and the first time was really random. And I wasn't expecting it. I feel like that would shock anybody.
The first time? It was like the third. That was not the first time. When was the first time?
When I was watching that movie and you just started randomly crying.
When was the second time?
You got like triggered again like a couple months ago.
So this is like escalating now.
It's happened twice.
And they've been this year.
Oh, the second time was when you broke the TV.
Yeah. But that's twice in the same couple months.
Yeah.
So that's weird. Something wrong with me.
Maybe now that we're here, it won't happen anymore.
No, I don't. I think there's something weirdly up with me. But you don't remember the first time? There was a first time. It wasn't those times. It was very early on.
What, were we like fighting or something?
It was the first real fight we had. You were gonna leave and take the dog. In 2008.
Yeah, I would have taken her.
You were like, I'm gonna take her and I'm leaving and stuff like that. You remember that?
Vaguely, yeah.
Is
this the part of the show where you like shit on me and demonize me and make me look
no,
like
I'm
an
not
asshole to
demonizing
everyone?
you, but I did cry. I sat on the floor and cried. I was like, oh God.
Pretty sure I cried too.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
What were you? I don't know what you were mad at though. I
I
don't know
don't
what
remember
happened. I don't know what. I know that I think I was terrified because I thought you were really leaving. I'm like, oh no, not again, because like I really like you, and I'm like, I can't believe this is happening, because I hadn't dated anybody in a year and a half on purpose because I was like, fuck girls, I'll never date a girl again, and then I ended up liking you. That would have been horrific if you left me at that point.
This chair's really, 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 really hurting my butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come over here, I'll fix your butt.
You need to get a better chair down here.
Well, I will, but that's just temporary. You can, you haven't even, well, I don't know. Anyway, whatever. But, so that was the first time. It was 2008.
Like, we have that wrestling chair. Why didn't you bring that down here? At least that has a back to it. I'm sitting on, like, the shittiest bar stool of all time.
Yeah, that thing sucks.
It's got this tiny little pad on the top.
It was $8.
Should have been $2.
That's
crap.
Fresty? I don't remember ever seeing one of your comments, Fresty. You and Leah are asked to work for only one promotion. WWE, AEW. Who would you guys work for and why?
What would I be doing? I suck at all that
stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, what would Leah be doing? Yeah, what would Leah be doing? What the hell are you talking about?
I can't wrestle. I can't announce. There's nothing I could do.
I don't know what you would do.
I'm not even like pretty enough to be like arm candy or something. Like, I just really couldn't do anything.
Yeah, if you got all sexied up, you could be arm candy. Get you some.
I'm not like fit like those girls are.
Yeah, you could get fit though. You could get fit real good. I'm sorry, it's getting creepy. No, I don't know what Leah would do, but she could be like my silent manager. I'd have to be the wrestler then. But no, I'd probably be an announcer, so I don't understand.
I think the question was which promotion you would choose.
I don't know. That depends on what I would be doing in either one, you know. I think honestly, if you told me that I could be the main announcer for AEW, like the head announcer for AEW, and I could really have all that freedom, I probably would choose them at this point. But WWE is kind of like a dream thing, you know, so like you'd kind of want to do that. But I also wouldn't be, I don't know, I don't know. I really don't know. It would depend on how much money and...
Yeah, I was about to say, where's the money?
Yeah, it depends on the money.
Can't.
And the WWE would be more security probably, but more stressful. AEW would be less secure, but less stressful. So I don't know the answer to that, really. I'd probably want to be in the WWE, I would say, though, over everything.
You also don't know the longevity of AEW.
Yeah, I think I'd want to be in WWE because I feel like I wouldn't be afraid.
Although in WWE, you don't know the longevity of you.
I wouldn't be afraid to like yell at them and say like, no, we've got to do this and that. The announcing is really bad at WWE right now. Even if the show tonight was an amazing like 10, I still would have given it a 9 because the announcing was so bad it brings it down every time for me. And that's about it. We're going to get out of here because I'm pretty sure we went way over the time I expected to do.
Pretty sure my back is broken.
Yeah? Come over here. I'll fix it for you. Say bye to everybody, Leah.
Bye. It's 2 a.m. I'm going to bed. Good night.
See, you do what you're told. Look at that. What the fuck? Hey, Amanda Greenholz made these for me.
Is that where that came from?
Yeah, she gave me these. She made these.
That's what was in the package?
Yeah.
Is it for you? Because Brenna was running around with it.
Where's the white one?
I don't know. Brenna had them. She, like, loved them. She took them.
I got this one right
Brenna
here.
was like, pretty jewelry, and like ran off with it.
I told her, I was like, a girl watches my show made this for me. Like,
I wonder where those came from.
She makes jewelry and stuff.
Just pretty.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
The heat I forgot the door's open too, so it's extra loud. Why did I leave the stupid closet door open? But see, that's why this is all going to be, you know, padded off. That will help out. All right, goodbye, everybody. We'll see you on episode 8 and throughout the week. Thanks for being patrons. $5 or more. Pretty soon we're going to do video, and the video will be available at the $10 tier, I believe, or something. I don't know. Anyway, we'll see you in the next episode. Thanks for supporting the channel, and thanks for being patrons, and I will see you tomorrow and throughout the week. Goodbye.